Moderation.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need that sort of thing here around.
Right.
Need it.
Need it. Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good, I guess.
Good.
Yeah, generally good.
Yeah.
All things considered and whatnot.
Been playing some of the games that I neglected a little bit this year that I did purchase before I come up with what I like this year.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I really want to play, but just never got around to playing.
Yeah. That's the story of my life.
My list is
the backlog is ever growing. That's the problem with growing up. Got more shit to do.
There's a lot of shit to do, yeah.
It's also, just a really good year of games.
That's true.
Well, I guess, really good year for us as gamers, bad year if you are in game development and business.
Yeah. That is also true. Well, with that, let's get into the news.
Oh. I hope that doesn't set the tone.
I probably will.
I mean, I feel like there's usually bad news in like game development stuff.
Yep.
I guess we were just talking about that.
It's never ending.
Yeah, things happened this week.
Yeah. Want me to start?
Yeah. Why don't you kick it off? What did happen this week?
Well, apparently Sony and Tencent have quietly agreed to a settlement over Horizon Zero Dawn clone. Yeah, what's it called? Light of Motirum?
Yeah, that
something like
right.
that. Yeah. Yeah. So there was a whole lawsuit filed, and they settled out of court. I mean, from what I saw, it looked pretty bad, honestly.
Yeah, so, they probably would want to settle. I mean,
yep.
And there's something to be said that, like, mimicry is the best form of flattery and all that, but like that's pretty bad. Although, it wasn't prehistoric animals and whatnot. It was supposed to be like
right,
regular animals, and I don't think they have the right to like just like robot animals in themselves.
No.
But it's also the rest of the setting just looked too, like, even beyond the animals.
Yeah, the animals, the style, the gameplay, the human characters. There was a lot of it that was pretty egregious.
The humans look like humans?
Well, no, just
they don't know humans looking like humans for games.
Just the fact, and I should say, not just the fact that they were tribal, but even like some of the outfits just look like a straight up copy. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
it does sound like it was a pretty. I saw that. I'd seen that a few weeks back.
Yeah,
I didn't know they'd settled.
Apparently, Verge announced last week they saw some court papers that were filed.
Based on what little I saw about it, it did look like they had a case there. It looked pretty derivative of Horizon.
Yeah, I know, it definitely was.
I mean, and they might have been able to get away with it, but just with the fact
wasn't
of
for
how
you
much
meddling kids,
right?
I think it just changed some things about it,
and that's probably what will happen. That's probably part of the agreement.
Animals, like, change like the people, and like the tribal aspect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think honestly, even if they just changed like the outfits, like, it could still be tribal, but like, I don't know, there's a lot of featheriness going on, which was apparent in Horizon, I think, or more than a few characters. So I mean, just kind of stray away from that. Like, seems easy enough, but I don't know. I guess we'll see, because we don't know if since it's all a confidential agreement, we don't know what's been agreed to. We don't know if the game will be coming out at all, or how bad they're going to have to change things to have it released, or if it can be released as is, and maybe they just have to pay Sony. There's a lot of different things that could have happened, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure there will be an announcement of some sort around the corner.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if it's good news, I imagine if they're gonna do nothing, then if they're just dropping the game, then
they might announce that they're dropping the game. They might,
I guess.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
Or at least they should.
Right.
But what they should do and what they do.
You just said do.
Yeah. don't really connect with each other.
No. Nope.
Let's see, I got stuff, I'm sure.
I saw you did. I went through the pain of putting it into this application for it to not work, so I know you did.
Okay, good. Let's see, what's some well, I guess speaking of other stuff in like I don't know, this is also pretty small. Last week I talked about the horror game Horses.
Yeah,
got pulled from Steam and Epic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sold pretty well. 18,000 copies. Unfortunately, they said they have enough to pay back the what's owed.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as making another game, that's not happening. So it does look like the studio Santa Region is going to be closing.
Damn.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, 80,000 copies, pretty good too, I would say, for an indie horror game.
Well, yeah, especially since it got pulled from Steam and Epic, which is really unfortunate. I've now watched like a couple reviews from people who've like fully played the game, and albeit it is meant to be like shocking and whatever, it really doesn't seem like that bad.
Yeah,
it's not in a game I would play, which is why I went ahead and watched those reviews and stuff. No interest in playing it myself, but I do think it's a shame that it got like rejected like it did.
Oh yeah, super unfortunate. Because I mean, I don't know, this is one of those things, right, where you don't know, would it have sold even this much if it didn't get the publicity that it did, or could it have been the opposite, where it would have really flourished if it was able to remain on Steam?
I think it could have sold more and had more of a chance to even like gain a cult following out of it after reviews came out.
Well, I feel like it, I mean, from what I've read about it, which is your article, I mean, I think it still could get that cult following, and maybe it'll be one of those things where they get enough down the line that maybe they can have a semblance of doing something else in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure when it comes to the people at Santa Region, we'll see like more from them in other ways. Typically, people who make games love making games, so I'm sure they're not gone for good.
Yeah.
I'd say typically. There's got to be like one dev out there somewhere who absolutely hates doing it. Some savant too. They're like really good at it. You know, they're like
gritting their teeth shit at the keyboard. Like,
but they hate
developing.
Yeah, they could be doing it just for the money because, like you said, maybe they are just good at it.
Yeah. Either way, I kind of feel for it. Yeah. If it is quite fascinating, like the whole story of what happened to him. So if anyone is interested, go check it out, because it's like the rejection from Steam was like shitty, but the one from Epic was like just especially egregious, as it came like hours before the game was to drop.
Right. Yeah, and that's gotta really suck.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Next up, I got since we've been playing some Age of Imprisonment, which I think we're gonna play some more tomorrow. The new patch that has dropped for it. So there's some interesting things I thought I'd let everyone know. Second free update for Hyrule Warriors. Hopefully they'll bring some more. I like the improvements that they've done so far. But what we're getting is Phantom Ganon, a new feature that randomly triggers in battles that you have completed. In battles where Phantom Ganon has triggered, a portion of the enemies that appear will have transformed into vicious enemies from spawn. In addition, when you defeat powerful enemies, there's a possibility that Phantom Ganon may appear. You will be able to acquire more pure Zonite steel than in normal battles. And there's now forbidden difficulty, more challenging than very hard. And if you complete a certain number of battles in forbidden difficulty, you'll receive special awards such as pure Zonite steel, or an increase in the number of special rations that can be held. There's a bunch of other stuff too, new challenges, quests, and new unique skills that have been added. So yeah, some cool things in that latest update. So crack it open, check it out. Seems
Did you
fun.
hear
There's a bunch
what,
of bug fixes too. So
what's his name? The Zelda lead guy was saying about
no,
age of imprisonment and its consideration. Its I guess gameplay
no.
has been a consideration for future Zelda titles. And
If they can add that in to Zelda, like
basically
there's
what
like
was
sections
said,
that would
what I
be like some
understand-
battles, fucking awesome.
So from what I understand of what was said is like some of the mechanics and stuff like that they really liked, and I hope to bring that into more of like the mainline
Yeah.
title. Again, most of this seems to be from a translated thing. I didn't put it in the posted thing, but you were talking about it, and made me remember it.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. I'm all about it. What do you got?
Things probably none of your business. It's you. Who's asking?
The internet.
Oh, okay. Well, in
Inquiring
that
minds
case,
want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Read this really interesting article in PC Gamer about the makers of Bow, Path of the Tea Lotus.
Yeah, I read about this.
And they were teamed on with publisher Humble Games for this release, which Humble Games now technically exists, but is dormant as so like the publishing division. You can still go to the Humble website, their store's still up and all that, but as far as like their publishing division, all that like shut down.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like finishing out contract obligations, and apparently with Bow, they reached those obligations like right away, and so basically just like dropped all support from them.
Yeah. And fire to everyone.
Chris Stair, one of the creators of Bow, was in Kyoto celebrating the launch at an indie festival when he got the news.
What a kick in the teeth.
Yeah. That, all 36 employees of his launch logistics was effectively gone. He said we had a Slack channel with everyone on it, and you see them leaving like one by one.
Yeah. Yeah. If somebody's deleting them.
Yeah. It's so crazy, like how much it, like that game did really well, but there's often the question of like how much better could it have been. The game has like very positive ratings, over 1,000 user reviews, just got a big update, and stuff like that. But they did talk about how like just the story about like the struggling of having to keep track of like he talks about how like you forget how much the like publisher part takes care of.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly, and then when it's forced upon you because they've left now, it adds a lot of like stress and stuff, and they weren't even sure if they're going to get this update out and all that. Quite a fascinating article, everything they did.
Yeah, and you know, I remember in the article one of the things he was talking about is like the documentation that he would have to sift through in order to figure things out, particularly when it comes to like who actually owns the game, like what.
Oh yeah,
you know, that sort of stuff. It's if you're developing a game and you're gonna invite a publisher on, read over that stuff. Have a lawyer read over that stuff and give it to you in plain English. 'Cause there's a lot you could be giving up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that article was crazy because they really got shafted on that, and I mean, it's like the worst part about it too is that it sounds like Humble did an amazing job for them until it was all said and done, and they packed up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, they were featured on the site, like as one of the games. Yeah.
Yep.
One of the banner games that they showed on like the web page, and even on the bundle, I remember seeing it. Even on like their home page in the background. Another game that I have been wanting to check out. Have not. Although it is currently on sale for the winter sale.
I'm gonna do it.
40% off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. He doesn't express like any anger really. Things happen.
Yeah.
Well, and like you said, he said they did a really good job.
Right.
And his quotes. I think if you've never shipped a game, you would never really truly understand how much a publisher does and how much of a load they can take off the developer. The good ones really do a good job, and Humble did a great job up until the point that, it happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and have the rug pulled out from under you, though, that's really gotta just leave a really sour taste.
I mean, hopefully those people move on. There's that, like we talked about it last time, there's that new one that's starting up. That new Humble bundle like site.
Mm-hmm.
Which I now can't think of the name of.
Neither can I. Look it up real quick.
I'm sure I probably have it in my news, dude.
Digifile? Yeah, Digifile.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, check them out.
So, then those are from like original staff.
Yeah, that's the old guard. Put it up a new place to guard.
Yeah. It's nice to see stuff like that.
Yeah.
People who were genuinely wanted to contribute to something like it, and then through it making a bunch of money and being sold, all that heart left.
Mm-hmm.
A tale as old as time. Really.
Beauty and the Beast?
Yep.
Yep. Next up here, I got some more legal things.
Oh.
Nintendo has won an $8.2 million lawsuit over the Wii controller patent infringement.
They won it?
This is an old case. And yeah.
It's like really old. Yeah.
Yeah, they won. So yeah, this is from the Wii era. I think this actually happened towards the very end, which is why we're now hearing about it, because this is pretty close to the end of the Wii's life cycle. So yeah, Big Ben Interactive, now known as Nacon. Yeah, nearly €7 million. The payout is equal to about 8.2 million. So it turned out that the judgment was reached in October, but it looks like things just kind of finally became aware outside of the courts recently. But they originally found guilty back in 2011. And then, of course, there's all the appeals and all that other stuff that has gone down. So, it's taken a long time. I wonder how much money Nintendo has sucked into the legal proceedings. So maybe it's not that big of a win after all, because, you know, we're 2 generations later. 2 and change. So some time has passed. Yeah, I thought it was interesting to bring up that little old bit that I'm sure that we reported on way back in the day.
Oh yeah, I remember it.
I remember it too. So
I remember. You remember? I remember.
I remember. So yeah, just a little tidbit. Just a little tidbit.
Let's see what else happened. What else? You know what? I think that's it.
Nothing else happened.
Week. Yeah, nothing else. So we got a report. Naughty Dog developers have been reportedly hit with mandatory overtime to try and finish an internal demo for Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, the new sci-fi game they got coming.
Mm-hmm.
This is in a Bloomberg report. Sorry, Jason Schreier.
When is this crunch time starting? Because, I mean, this is really shitty to do it, like, now.
So the report says that Naughty Dog has been pushing employees to work 8 extra hours per week since late October.
Jeez.
In order to finish the internal demo.
Are they behind?
It doesn't sound like things have been going smoothly.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Apparently, Naughty Dog has missed multiple internal deadlines on Intergalactic, and this push is an attempt to get the game back on schedule. Employees were reportedly told not to work more than 60 hours per week, and were also ordered to return to the office for 5 days a week, rather than 3 days per week that was previously permitted.
So they have to come in office. They're not allowed to do remote work, basically.
Of course, that's so stupid.
Yeah, I mean, if you obviously have the infrastructure to have that, what's the fucking difference? I mean, I don't know. That's some shit. Yeah, that's a good way to get them to work at
apparently
faster
the
speed.
mandated overtime has ended as of a few days ago.
Well, that's good.
At least for most staff. I don't know what most staff means. So
yeah.
It's quotationed. No crunch. Stop doing. That's ridiculous. The game's not even coming out. It's not even due till 2027. That's like expected. That's not even like announced. Like it's just like expected time. Just like cool it. Gosh.
No, the money, Christian. Think of the money.
You didn't think of the money.
We're gonna end up putting out a crappy game, and they're gonna like leave bad reviews and hate us. We're gonna put out like a Mind's Eye 2.
No, it's Naughty Dog. Are you kidding? They're like just based off their name alone, they're gonna make money. They're at the point where
this is why you can't. Like, I am interested in this game, to be honest. But like it's things like this that like scare. Like they wonder why we don't want to buy like games when they come out.
Right? Yep.
And it's like, I can't trust you to put out like a good game.
Nope.
Like, trust is all gone.
Correct, Christian. Correct. I don't know how else to say it. You nailed it. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if they're pushing this hard, then they must have some sort of faith in it, right? But I don't know. But if they're also missing all these deadlines, then it sounds like something really fucked up is going on. I don't know. This is a weird situation.
Well, I put on the upper management, like, most of these deadlines occur because they promise things to their board and stuff, right? Like,
well, I don't know. You could, yeah, sure, that could be a thing, but I mean, it could be that these deadlines, they were just perfectly fine, but they are behind. Something isn't going quite right in development. There's an issue going on that might be bigger. We don't know. And honestly, probably the way that it is the deadlines were probably tighter than they should have been to begin with. But I mean, it sounds like they might be months behind, and that's pretty significant, I think, for any development. So it's either, like you said, they were way too egregious with having these deadlines, or there's a bigger problem. And either which way, making people have mandatory overtime isn't going to solve it. It's ridiculous.
I think it's another one I think that's ridiculous is that, okay, so there's something not being productive. We want them to spend more time on it, right? We want to mandate some overtime to get it going. Okay, fine. But then to also order people to come back into the office for 5 days a week.
Yeah. Especially, like I said,
kidding me?
Especially if you have the infrastructure there. Like, you're not...
It's already there. This whole lie that people got to return to office buildings, especially for jobs that you don't really need it. It just seems like now that they realize they don't need, like, workers realize that, like, we don't need that. All the owners and stuff are afraid that those buildings that they bought to house all these people aren't needed anymore.
Yeah.
And instead of, like, doing something else with them,
right,
they just force people to come back.
Well,
you want to save some money, you want to cut some money, how about go to a smaller office, let people work from home?
Yeah. And I mean, look, like, I think there's another side of the argument too, where it's like, all right, like, you should be reimbursing your employees for using their electricity, using their own computers if you're not providing a computer. All that stuff needs to be paid for, and in a lot of cases, these remote workers don't have that. And there's also the cost of having security. And so, like, if you don't want to do that, then okay, fine, don't do it. But, like, this whole, like, sure, you can do it, like, 2 days out of the week. Like, is that cool? Like, why the fuck is it 2 days? Why can't you do it all the time? It doesn't make sense. It's like some weird power trip. But
yeah,
cool.
I don't know, this whole, like, sure, there's plenty of jobs out there where you can't, it's feasible that if you don't want to work.
Yeah. I mean,
from home.
We could even just look at what I know about, like, just basic VPN licensing, like something secure that basic companies should have. I'm talking about, like, employees with a handful of people. The licenses for per person, it's not cheap. It can be pretty expensive. So I can understand from a cost side why it's something that a company might not want to do. That sort of thing makes sense to me, especially if you're like a middle-sized company, right? Where it's like you kind of have to be frugal with your money because you're you got a lot of employees, but you're not quite there where you're making like the big bucks, right? So I can understand it from even if it's like a job that, yeah, it could be done from home, but pouring in the money for infrastructure and other things might be a little much. I can at least understand that a company wants to avoid costs and things like that. But it just really irks me when it's like they already got the infrastructure set up, they're allowing people to do it, but then they're just putting arbitrary restrictions on it. It just seems so like disingenuous.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
all of them spent them and it's ridiculous. They all spent the money to do it.
Yeah.
To put all that remote stuff in for when we had the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, that whole pandemic brought out a whole lot of the shady stuff that they do. And then instead of trying to fix any of those issues, make things easier, they would rather just force people to come back.
Yeah.
You know, you could offer...
It's not even one, like, honestly.
You really want people to come back to the office, you could offer, like, hey, we'll pay you, like, a little bit of a stipend, like they do for, like, when you work overnights at places sometimes.
Yeah, right? And they could probably save
you a
money.
stipend. You can get, like, a couple more dollars an hour for coming in to the office.
Exactly. But, it is what it is. So,
or offer,
good luck, Naughty Dog.
Or offer your staff like health or like child care, like free child care services.
Yeah.
Thankfully, here in New Mexico, we now have free child care services.
Just across the board. Yep. Yeah, so...
Way on us. First ones. What's up now? Sorry.
So, Naughty Dog, yeah, good luck. We'll see what happens. I can't wait to hear more about how shitty you're going to treat your employees while this game is being developed.
What? I'm sure they would never.
Yeah, never. Never, ever.
Not do that.
I don't think I've ever heard of a case of a developer treating their...
Take advantage?
Their employees, yeah. Or any employer ever taking advantage of their employees.
It's absurd to think that employers would take advantage.
You're right. I'm sorry. I know not what I saith. Next up. Sucker Punch. Co-founder Brian Fleming has stepped down. So yeah, 3 decades at the studio. Ghost of Tsushima, Sly Cooper, Infamous. This guy's
Infamous
been
was pretty cool.
Huh?
Infamous was pretty cool.
I never played it, but man, everyone was like super on it at the time.
It was pretty cool. It's fairly short.
Yeah.
But I don't think that I'm not someone who technically think that's a bad thing.
Oh yeah, no. I think you take whatever time you need to tell your story. It's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on your game, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Some games are designed to like play forever.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Although this wasn't in the news, but I am appalled that they are charging $60 for Skyrim for the Switch 2.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I'm fucking appalled. That is absurd.
I mean, that's what they've been doing for a while.
Fucking 20-year-old. The game's like older as I am.
That's not true. You're old.
That's not true at all.
Yeah,
it's
no.
not. I played Dagger.
You're trying to make yourself
first.
seem younger, and I don't appreciate that, sir. We know how old you are.
You're right, because my first experience in Elder Scrolls was Daggerfall, and that says quite a lot.
Exactly.
I was in like gaming era of like Morrowind. That shit came out and I hopped all over it. I was
That was when Morrowind was when I first started getting back into gaming. Honestly,
I was deep into yeah. Well, that's when I started getting into like PC gaming again. I was playing a lot of console stuff.
Yeah,
Nintendo and Atari and all that. But that's when I started getting back into.
I remember you had that Advance on you like all the time.
Oh, my SP. Oh,
yeah, the SP. That's right. That's what it was.
My little pocket square.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Me and my buddy took ours and we split it in half and took the bottom and the top screen.
Nice.
And we vice versa our colors.
Yeah.
You know, because we're cool like that.
Nerds. That's all I'm hearing.
That sounds very cool.
Thanks for playing with me. I appreciate that.
You got it, buddy.
You guys could have been very mean, but you didn't.
No, not at all. We would never.
No, we're classy.
Yeah.
You would never.
Yeah, never.
Okay, well, look, you don't have to lie. Both of us definitely would.
We've never said anything bad or about you ever. Can you name a time?
Pretty sure I have you recorded.
No, I can't. I certainly can't think of one.
We
No.
only play games together.
Nothing but kind things to say.
Yeah, seriously, all the
Play
time.
TTT together.
You're such a good gamer.
Yeah.
You guys call me a traitor
Oh, yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I got it there.
Okay, yeah.
Right away. Doesn't matter what I say. I don't even have to say anything.
The game doesn't even need to begin.
Well, that's because you like cheat and stuff.
I don't cheat.
You're mad about getting called out about it.
Yeah. It's like a personal problem.
I mean, just stop cheating and won't be a problem.
Yeah.
Then I can't win.
Do you miss it?
I'll tell you guys, I don't win anyways. Which is more accurate.
Cheaters never win.
But yeah, I just to wrap up, I don't think there was really a reason given. He just decided it was time to depart. Don't know if that means from the industry altogether, or
Totally not.
or if he's gonna start
I'm
up
gonna
something
guess
else.
it's a no. These people never leave. No, let's come back.
No, I mean, and for how good he's been, I expect him to take some time off and then return. Honestly, especially without
look,
having
he might not be like you might not do like developing a game, but like people like this. I mean,
yeah, he might change.
we're still. I'm pretty sure this week I saw him do yet another interview. Tim Kaine, the original Fallout co-creator. Has been doing a whole bunch of interviews recently, so now there's more of him, and he's like retired.
Yeah.
So I imagine we'll see that all those big guys end up doing that,
Yeah, no, definitely.
or moving on to like wholly different career paths.
Yeah, one other one, and then we'll do this joint one together.
I got one other one, right?
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
The only other one I got is Larian stuff. Yeah.
Larian. Yeah. Well, this kind of leads into the Larian thing, anyways. The Indie Game Awards happened. Claire Obscure had won. And the same day, the CEO mentioned their use of generative AI in the game.
Didn't they talk about this before? I could have sworn that they had mentioned some use of generative AI like months ago. And
I don't know.
And it was an issue. Like, people were upset.
Well, like, that happened to Larian. I know. Larian, a while back, they announced that they had use Gen AI, and it got like a little bit of heat. Some people were upset; it wasn't that bad, and now they're back, but like worse. But as far as I know, this was the first time that they admitted to it. Although in one of the patch notes, there is one of the patch notes is pretty clear that they removed a asset.
I think that was the thing. That's what I remember, that the patch note mentioned that they removed something that wasn't supposed to be included.
Yeah, and someone spotted that it was like AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, so it happened. But like apparently they weren't clear on that at the Game Awards until the CEO had said something. Which when they took nominations, they had a hard stance on generative AI.
Mm-hmm.
That they had a zero tolerance policy for it. Basically, if your game used generative AI, you could not be nominated.
Yeah.
And that was in any part of the development process.
Okay.
Not just
not just final product, but any.
Not just final product. Yeah. So they were stripped of 2 of their awards: Game of the Year and Debut Game.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think Game of the Year went to Blueprints, the runner-up, and I can't remember what Debut went to. Sorry, I'd have to look it up. But yeah, unfortunately, they got stripped of their title because of the AI stuff. Some people are upset by this. Obviously, I think with their hard stance at the beginning, this wasn't something that wasn't known to the nominations or to the potential nominees.
Yeah,
this was expected. So,
well, I wonder what the wording is. I wonder if it was a little ambiguous.
I don't even think that there's like. I'm not even trying to put blame here on Expedition 33's thing. They got nominated for a whole bunch of stuff, and it might have just kind of gotten overlooked that was a stipulation.
Yeah.
When they went ahead and accepted it.
Yeah.
Which is, it happens. I'm not trying to point like fault or blame there or point them as bad guys or anything. But
they might have just not read the terms and conditions. This is fine.
I also don't think that the Indie Game Awards should be facing any flack because a clear guideline. This one broke it. They didn't notice until basically they were already done with production and filming.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? So you do this.
Yeah.
I do think this stance on like no generative AI in the game making process in general is probably going to have to be loosened up because that just seems to be becoming more and more a thing.
Oh yeah, no.
And some places I don't really see it as necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean it depends, but so in the game
some places,
in the game eligibility section on the indiegamesaward.gg/FAQ, it says there's just one line that says games developed using generative AI are strictly ineligible for nomination. So while it says specifically that developed using generative AI, I can see how even if somebody saw that, they might think, oh, okay, that means I can't have AI in my game.
Like I said, they're busy. Look, like I said, I'm not trying to point faults or say that
no.
They entered.
Yeah, I'm
trying to like falsify things here. I don't think it was anything malicious. I don't think it was anything of the sense.
All I'm saying here is if they would like to keep it this way, they should probably flesh that out. It's just one line. There's not much to it, but it should indicate clearly, like, yes, even using stuff to build let's say as a little bit of a segue here, your storyboard, you decide to use some generative AI to storyboard some ideas. That is cause for disqualification.
Look, I'm okay with like asset placeholders. I'm okay with text placeholders. Something that takes like even a programmer really no time to do anything.
Yeah.
But honestly, like reading one of the articles on here gave me a pretty good little like point as to why even that might be like a bit of an issue, using like AI for the text placeholder.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, it used to be just like insert placeholder.
Yeah.
Or like F. And just things that are very obviously need to be replaced. But when you do the AI thing, it kind of like blurs it into.
Yeah, it makes it not as obvious.
A human eye might not catch it.
Yep.
And we've already seen evidence that that's the case. There's so many games that have come out that have accidentally had an asset that wasn't caught.
Yeah.
So maybe that tool's not working right.
Well, I think I think it's fine that you do something like you're using some sort of AI generated asset to throw in there as a placeholder, but I don't know, have a big red X over it indicating like this is clearly not meant to be in the final
It should
version.
be something that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, exactly. Like
make it something stupid and silly.
I don't know if you should do that, because then maybe something like that might be construed as, oh, maybe this is a sort of like fun thing that depending on the game, right? It depends, but bottom line, it should
make
be
it
obvious.
Out of place.
Yeah,
make it something that's out of place. Even like the text. If you're gonna do the text, put it in a different color. Change the font. Do something.
Yeah, right.
That makes it like stand out. Be like, okay, that needs to change. That's not. That's gotta go.
Precisely.
Reduce those errors.
Yeah.
Which means don't fire your staff so that they can look over it.
Right. Well, so that brings us to Larian. Because there was an interview with Bloomberg talking about Divinity. And the CEO Sven Vinke. Did I say it? Something like that.
Vink.
Something like that. Sure. I don't know.
I don't think you pronounced the E at the end. This is Sven Vink.
Gotcha. But yeah, essentially, he had talked about using generative AI in the development process for Divinity, the Divinity sequel.
And Baldur's Gate.
But that it's not trying to use it to replace workers or create content that would appear in the final game. So yeah, this came out and there's some huge backlash, like immediately. All over the internet. Jesus Christ. People are pretty upset, and I think part of that comes from the love for Larian. That it sounded like
well, they've been a big proponent, like everything that they've done, like it kind of spits in the face of it, right? Because like,
well, but they've talked about it before.
Yeah, like, well, that, and they've called out things in the industry that are like, you show that they care about like the creative process, and calls out like the greed of other companies and stuff. They've done this stuff, so I think some people have taken it as like a slap in the face to that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can see how people feel that way. But yeah, I mean, he came out and he said like, hey, we're not trying to step on anyone's toes here, and like you said, we're not firing people, we're not trying to put stuff into the game, generative AI into the game. They're using it for things like spreadsheets and, you know, back end stuff, creating storyboarding stuff, and, you know, placeholder art stuff, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. And he even said that it's not necessarily saving them some time, but it's allowing them to do things differently, right?
I think
whether that's good or bad, I don't know, but
I think Andrew had brought up to me a really good point when we were talking about this earlier in the week, which was like there's, of course, they're not firing anybody, but at the same time, people forget about the small stuff that they hire contractors for, such as the storyboarding.
Yeah.
And that, you know, there's whole groups of artists and stuff out there that's like their job.
Yeah.
That's also their livelihoods, and most of them are contract workers. So, yes, he's being honest, but also not quite honest, at least as far as storyboarding goes. There's certain things that, like we said before here plenty of times, certain things that AI can do that you don't need a human for.
Yeah.
And you don't need to take away from someone's livelihoods.
Well, I think,
and seemingly a dishonest way. I do feel like this was a dishonest way, not in like necessarily to be malicious. It's just one of those like corporate dishonesties to, like, you know, not face as much backlash from it.
I don't know. I don't think so, because here's the thing, like, we don't know to what use and what extent that they're using it. Because here's the thing, you can give a rough storyboard of like, hey, AI, draw up these, you know, these scenes for me real quickly. You actually hand that off to your artist that does storyboarding. You give them something, you know, to go off of, like, hey, these are just some quick ideas, like, build off of it like that. You can still use somebody even though you've used AI to come up with that. So
true. I mean, the best implementation of AI would get rid of no job, right?
Yeah.
It just helped the person doing the job.
Yeah. And I mean, like, help is kind of a loaded word, because, you know, it might not save the company money. It might not save any time in the grand scheme of things, but hopefully it opens up something for the artist to do something else with, you know, content creators to do more with than original. That's the hope. I think that should be coming from it. Whether it hits on that or not, I don't know, but
I do. So I think there's plenty of things that he said that maybe he hasn't said properly. I don't know. But I do respect their next decision, which is to have the AMA.
Yeah. After the holidays.
Well, yes, they're gonna wait till after the holidays.
Yeah. Which
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, and he said that he believes things have, quote, a lot has become lost in translation. Because again, these are short little things that he's given up, right? Like little, you know, whether it's a tweet or a quote from an interview. You know, it's not the full story. So I think that, you know, we don't know at this point. And offering up an AMA, I think honestly that's the best thing that I've heard. This is the right sort of reaction to it.
Yeah, not cowering away, not hiding away from it, wanting to try and explain whether that goes right or not. I think is something, but I think it shows why people care about why people care about Larian and stuff. They're so community focused that it hurts when they kind of ignore their community. There's also some other interesting reports that I looked at regarding regarding the same thing you were once thinking. I did put the tag for it.
Did you? Oh no.
Because this one, as far as like understanding the backlash and understanding a good point of view for being opposed to it, and in a respectful way, and not this like stuff you see on social media and stuff where it's so filled with anger.
Yeah.
Or some of these other like smaller sites where they're talking about it, but they don't go into like how people are feeling. The one from game developer Bryant Francis wrote a really good article about this whole thing, about like the backlash and stuff.
So
you have a lot of respect.
I do not like this article.
You didn't?
No. I think a lot of it comes from a lot of assuming. There's a lot of estimation in there. That's the problem that I have. There's it definitely feels like he wrote it from a place of already distrust of anything AI. And I mean, I get it. It's an opinion piece, right? But it feels like a lot of the topics that he brings up, it's just filled of speculation and not really knowing, but kind of jumping to a conclusion. Well,
they definitely have. They definitely put their opinion forward about like AI stuff. But I think
I do appreciate that they were upfront about that at the very beginning of the article, for sure.
But I think like because a lot of this report that they grab from is coming from like the Bloomberg.
Yes. But again,
like
there isn't that much
reporting. Bloomberg reporting that the developers inside Larian are trying to push back against the generative AI.
Yeah.
Do validate some of the critique, depending on how, like, just with it being used. I think there's plenty of.
Well, yeah, and so that is actually the one part of the article that I think raises a really good topic. Again, it's something that we don't know for sure, but if they are continuing to push back on this, is it that it's not actually helping them? I think that's a very good question. If it's not helping them get the job done, then why are they still looking at it? You know.
And I think you need to take it like I think part of my big problem, especially with the companies who are like implementing it, is like this like forced implementation of it that we keep hearing about. And it's like, okay, well, like if you clearly have some of your people who aren't liking it and it's not helping them be more productive, then why are you forcing them to do it?
Yeah.
Like, I get for some people, I'm sure it is helping them. But again, that comes all down to like how we learn and how we process things, right? We're all different in that sense.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know. I'm glad that Larian's doing an AMA. I think that's awesome. I think it shows that they still have like a sincerity, and even like some of his comments about like we're willing to change to make sure that what we do matches our like, you know, motto, our like creed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what they stand for. So like maybe if they hear enough from the people about how they don't like that, and maybe they're likely to change that. Maybe, you know, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it depends on, do they even need to change anything, or is this a big misunderstanding? You know, so, you know, even the whole part where he talks about that, you know, some staff has been reluctant to take it on. Is it that they're pushing back, or is it that some of them are just saying, I'm not going to use it, and they're just not using it? You know, there's a lot of details here that we just straight up don't know. And so it could go either way. Because here's the thing, like, you know, part of my company, they're doing, we have our own AI that's being built that's going to help us automate a bunch of tasks. And I think at first, when everyone heard about it, it was like, oh, what the shit? But now kind of getting to understand what it's going to do, I think most everyone can see the benefits of it. The way that it could help us, whether it will or not, who knows? But I think there's still some people who are just like, no, I'm never going to use that. You know, they're just that reluctant to even try it. Even though there's a few things that I was even talking to the guy who's developing the tool, I was like, oh, this could help us fix errors that we have all the time, a reoccurring error that we just can't seem to get people to remember to do, right? And it's something that could be automated pretty easily, honestly. So we don't know the context of it. And so I think the AMA is really good. But I think, honestly, what should go a little bit further is he should be inviting on some former employees and maybe even current employees into the AMA as well to discuss it. I think it should be a bigger, more open conversation, so that not only is this something that we hear, because here's the thing, like, a lot of gamers don't understand the development side. You know, a lot of them never even thought about it, but they might be looking at this in particular because it's part of their favorite game or something, and might be taking an interest in it, but not really knowing what really goes on behind the scenes. And so they might offer up some suggestions that, you know, are good-hearted and whatnot, but might not be really feasible, or maybe even address any issue that's really going on. But if you have some employees that can offer that, both past and current, I think that's something that could really help the company overall, like, undeniably, and to have it out there in public too. So it's like, yeah, these were old employees' concerns, current employees' concerns. Now we as a public know how your employees felt about certain things and how you guys need to address that, and then we can actually measure it to see if they are as good of a company as they purport to be. Because yeah, like what I've seen, some quotes from former employees, they kind of just say, like, stop using AI, right? But if AI is being,
I mean, in this article from Game Dev, there is some discussion about their hiring practices. A number of game writers and narrative designers came forward on social media to try and allege their interview experience with the company.
Mm-hmm.
Describing up to 6 month long hiring processes, 12 interviews, an unpaid writing test, where they not needed to just prove their writing skills, but also that they could implement it in or implement an in-game quest. So yeah, there's some credibility into, like, hiring practices, but no place is going to be perfect. I don't know.
No, and I mean, I don't. Larian seems to be trying to pick, like, cream of the crop caliber, right?
I mean, the AMA is already a better start than we get from anyone else.
It's
Has
true.
Fucking Microsoft come to announce or come to talk about any of theirs?
No.
I mean, Ubisoft has, Guillermo has, and we know his answer,
Yeah.
which is just a big middle finger that says we're going to do it anyways. So, at least this we get something.
Yeah, it's something
more genuine.
It's true. It's a start. I wish that he and they would go further. But it is definitely a start. Maybe it'll inspire others to do the same. Because here's the thing, this is something that I think people need to expect is going to be present in their games. In one way, shape, or form, AI is probably going to be used. But
yeah,
that should go both ways.
Just become a more
prevalent.
And people like we said, like there's some things that it'd be just fine for.
Yeah. But
it's not that big of a deal.
It should also cut both ways, where employees or employers should be asked about this sort of stuff, and address it not just with their employees, but with the public at large, so that their consumer base also understands where they're coming from. Especially in the games industry, especially in content creation as a whole, any artistry, movies, music, all of it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm definitely going to tune in for the AMA, one way, shape, or form, once it gets announced. Yeah, I'm going to keep close tabs on this.
Yeah, I'm interested. I tend to I think there's people who are like honestly concerned about like AI, and you can tell those people like pretty right away because they're always like a little more concerned about like the human cost.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to see any of them have to go for you giving us this.
Yeah.
And those that are like just really against anything to do with generative AI. And I'm not going to judge anyone on what side those of that fence that they stand upon. So in that sense, I think games, like a game developer, I think the label of AI needs to be there for those that don't want to participate in any of that. They should have the right to, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Fair
As
enough.
for me, just don't put it in the final product. I don't.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for me. There should be no reason this terrible generative AI writing or anything has made it to me in a final product. I'd rather you just did bad writing.
That's fair.
By like human hands. Our human hands are plenty capable of doing bad writing and at a way funnier than any AI could do.
Right.
I assure you. I've played plenty of video games and watched plenty of terrible TV and movies. We are far worse at writing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need AI's help to give us shitty writing.
Nope. That's fucking true.
Because it's not going to make anything good, I assure you. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of it is just, for me, is that human cost. And like I said, like, not forgetting that, like, when they say, like, storyboarders and stuff, there's a whole group of people whose job and livelihood depend on doing that.
Yeah.
And when people talk about, like, the people who are losing their jobs for it, that's also those people.
Yeah. It's something you got to keep in mind. Yep.
Is that it?
I think that's it for news. Onward to the what we have been playing.
Sure. Games.
Gams. Gami, Ami, Ah.
Well, I went first last week. Oh, I got it this time.
All
Is that how
right,
that
I went
works?
first. I went first last week.
all right, I'll go.
I thought it.
That
thought
way
it was
I can
like-
write it down here. I went first last week.
I thought it was whoever called it first, right?
No,
That's not how that works.
not when it benefits you to do that.
What? Is that a rule?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a rule for everything.
Oh my god, what the hell?
It's like rounding down.
I don't know why it feels like I'm playing my life on hard mode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can change it in the start menu at any time. Did you not know about that?
Start. How do I get to the start menu?
You press start. What? That,
Yeah. Well,
talk to a 5-year-old.
I know, it's so disappointing, huh?
God damn it.
Is your start button not working?
I'm looking it up. Hold on. I'm watching a YouTube video.
That's your belly
Oh.
button.
Oh, that's not what this guy said. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going? Is that what's happening? I don't know what's going on.
I thought Christian said he was going
That's
first.
what it sounded like too, but he hasn't started, so.
I said I went first last week.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you were talking about.
I yelled I went first last week, right?
Yeah, Christian yelled from the next week in the future that he was going to go first. And who I don't want to make a time paradox.
Beautiful.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't
You should-
destroy.
Don't.
That would destroy the known universe.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
That's what. Yeah, that was my concern. And I live in that universe, so I don't want to trash it.
Well, keep it as an option though. I don't like fully give up on the idea.
It does feel like kind of a B universe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
It's starting to feel. Actually, at this point, we're starting to feel like an F universe.
Don't say that. Our universe still got plenty of pluck and grit, determination. We're gonna make it. We're the bad news bears of universes.
So Christian.
Yeah.
What'd you do this week?
God damn it.
I'm kidding. I'll go. I got it. So first up, let's see. Did I talk about Stranger Things last time? I did, for sure. Because Christian said I'm sorry. And I said why?
Yeah, that does
because I
sound
was
like
enjoying it. So
I'm so sorry.
more Andor. Been watching more of that.
And more.
And more Andor. It's so good. I'm really enjoying it.
Amandor.
It's very not Star Wars, honestly. It's just set in the universe.
It's nice, like it's nice to not have space wizards running around your sci-fi setting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even mind the space wizards so much if they just stopped being Skywalkers. Jesus.
Also that, yeah.
Also that. But we all know how that has turned out. Rianne's disappointed that there aren't any space wizards. But yeah, I'm liking it through and through. I think it's a good spy.
Man also
spy
likes
show.
like the entirety of Buffy, so
That's true.
and you now know.
I do
that
know.
it's,
Also,
peaks
speaking
and-
of,
peaks and valleys on that show.
for sure. Yeah, been watching a bit more Buffy too, and yeah, new season's a lot better. I what is it, 6, 5? I don't even know. But yeah, I'm enjoying the season a lot more. The writing's a lot better, I think.
It's got highs and lows after like the first couple of seasons.
Yeah. However, I felt like the only redeemable original main cast character was Willow, and fuck is she doing some shitty things. It's like
They all turn into terrible people at some point.
they are terrible people for sure. And the problem here is now, I think the characters that I feel like are the most honest and good, and it's debatable on Spike for sure, but what's her name? Anna, right? The former demon works in the shop, owns the shop now.
I don't know. I haven't watched Buffy in
Forever.
20 years, probably.
Yeah.
I think probably 20 years.
Yep. So yeah, she's the best one. Like just morally and everything. Like the fact that she's trying to understand humanism more than the humans are. I think I think that actually can lead into something that the show as a whole might be trying to say. I don't know if it does. I don't know if it's trying to be that deep at all. But maybe. I don't know. But it would be kind of cool if there was at least a bit of that. Either way, it's a lot more enjoyable now than I was having. And I still think the first season was pretty good. I was enjoying the first season too. So, but man, did I slog through 4 seasons of shit.
It's not all great.
Yeah. And there was some other show. Oh, we finished What We Do in the Shadows. So good.
Nice.
So good.
That's
It was good.
I loved it all the way up to
What
the end.
ending did you get?
The one with
when you got
the
hypnotized.
one with the what's it called? The typical wake up. It was
Okay,
all a
yeah.
dream. Yeah, I read there's 2 other endings. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to check those out. But
That's the one.
yeah,
I also just saw just a dream one.
yeah. What's that show that it first happened on?
We were all banging each other. Except for you, Gil.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that show was amazing. Honestly, I thought the episode before ended off on a really good note, and I was like, oh, is that the end? That was pretty fitting. And then the next one started up, and I was like, oh, okay, this is the end of the end.
Well, yeah, we get Guillermo. We become Guillermo. Guillermo takes our position that the show's ending. It's sad.
Yeah.
I was like, we've done this before already. So many times. It'll happen again. It's cool.
It's cool. So yeah, good stuff. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I need to watch the movie still, so that's going to be on the list. But yeah. Other than that, didn't play many games last week.
You should watch after is Our Flag Means Death.
We're already starting on something else. What did we watch the first episode of? Damn it, I can't remember now. But I do need to add that to the list. I think actually it is already on the list. Don't worry, we'll get to it.
That's a Taika Waititi
Yeah.
and Rise Darby.
Yeah. Good stuff.
It is good stuff.
What else? Game wise, okay, so Beyond Drive Horizons.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of this game?
No.
No. Is it like Pacific Drive?
A little, kind of.
I
Not
guess
really.
It is a little kind of, yeah. It is a little kind of not really like it.
Yeah, it's
Agreed.
like you drive. There's horror elements.
Is there? So far, I've only laughed.
I mean, you got a modular car you can swap parts out in that are going to
Yeah.
wear out over time. I mean, those both.
That
Right?
checks.
Is that?
There's zombies. That's a horror element.
Yeah.
There's aliens. That can be a horror element, as evidenced by
It can
Alien
be,
and
yeah.
Aliens.
Well, Aliens is more of an action movie, but
It's still a horror, though. It's an action horror.
it has horror elements in it, but it's an action movie.
The action
It's not
definitely
really-
comes before the horror.
The movie
for
is
sure.
not. The movie is not like a horror movie.
Yeah, no.
Whereas
Agreed.
Alien's just a straight up horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. First Aliens is so good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I think it's great.
Yeah,
It's good fun.
Alien's scary, yeah.
I want more Alien Earth.
It was renewed,
When
right?
do we get more of that?
Pretty sure it was
It
renewed.
was renewed. It was
Was.
renewed.
Thank goodness for that.
Thank goodness.
What else? What else you do?
That's it.
I mean, I've got an even shorter list, and some of it has the same things as yours.
What were your thoughts on Pacific Drive?
Yes, what else I had?
Well, you had nothing else. So
We didn't have
let's
nothing else,
talk about
so elaborate on the other things.
So elaborate on the other one.
No.
Jeez, gosh.
No, it's
Explain
Andrew's turn.
yourself.
We'll circle back to it when it's somebody else's turn. I've talked enough.
So I also have been enjoying Pacific Drive. Fun game. I didn't really watch anything this week as far as TV shows and stuff, but I've been enjoying Pacific Drive. It's good just to, hop in, just go for a drive. Go find some crap by a gas station. Try and get a car renovated.
Right.
Just a nice relaxing game. Oh, this Dome Keeper game has been a fun, kind of arcadey hop in, hop out game. Does not require too much of my attention.
That's good.
So I've been, firing this up every once in a while just to, it's good for a quick game, fire it up and play like 30, 40 minutes to maybe an hour, but a lot of different choices to kind of customize the game mode to your liking. Which is fun. I like that in games like this. Lots of different stuff to do.
Yeah, it looks like there's quite a bit.
I haven't gotten too far in it yet, but it's pretty fun. Kind of tough. A little bit tougher than I thought it would be, but that was good because I'm tough too and I can take it. But honestly, that's about it. I haven't done I played Magic yesterday.
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet. We actually had some pretty good games. I don't know about Christian's feelings on the games. I did lose all of them.
Me too.
I thought we had some pretty good games.
That's how you know
they
they're
were fun.
good
The
games.
first
Is
game-
when
the
you
first game
lose and
was
you still had a lot of fun.
That first game was really spot on good.
First game was really fun, really close for all four of us. That's always an exciting game.
I had one life left.
Yeah, I think I had the
One
most.
life left.
I had the most at 10, and everybody was still in the game. It was that was a really fun one. Yeah, so yeah, been having some fun with Magic. Magic on Sundays. But I mean, nothing crazy to report there. Just enjoy playing.
Mm-hmm.
Just love of the game, you know. But yeah, that's about it. Just worked, came home, complained about work, went back to work.
The huge.
Lather, rinse, repeat. Yeah, and played a little bit of video games in between that. That's my week. Next week, I would complain about going second.
Deal.
You would.
I went second last week.
And you'll go second next week too.
What? You can't keep me second. I gotta go first. Christian, did you have anything? Did you have a week?
No, I slept for a week.
For a week straight?
Damn.
Yeah, like that of my good
like
friend
a super slumber?
and my good friend and buddy Dracula, who said he's coming over tonight for you, and I said okay. Yeah, I did things. No, I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this show, I've been kind of like trying to go through and play some of the older games that I did buy that came out this year. That I didn't give enough time to. So I played some Whisker Squadron Survivor. The Star Fox-ish roguelike with some Survivor elements. That finally came out in full release this year, so check that out. And wasn't really all that impressed. It's a fine game. It's a cheap game, but it's definitely not getting on any Game of the Year lists.
Yeah.
It added some like voice acting and stuff, which I thought was really cool. Except for not all the lines are voice acted. And sometimes, like, mostly they're all together. But there are plenty of times where, like, there'll be, like, a paragraph of just the voice dialogue missing. And it'll just go quiet for, like, a second.
Wow.
And it's like, it throws me off a little bit.
Yeah. That's weird.
Other than that, the game's like, it's quite alright. It's fun. We've been playing that Pacific Drive. That was fun to play together. I really
Pacific
enjoyed
Drive?
that. Or not Pacific Drive. Drive Beyond.
Horizon.
That was pretty fun together.
That was really fun to play together, though. And we should.
Until you crashed into the back of my car.
He's never gonna let it go. And you
that
shouldn't.
was hilarious. Are you kidding me? I'll do it again.
Not if I buckle you into a car and take the wheels off.
Okay, well.
Then what would you do?
Cry, probably.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I think we should do that. Do like maybe a little stream we can do together.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Figure out
the world
time.
needs to see it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
World needs to
I think it'd be fun to try and all put together our own car.
Oh yeah.
Driving down the road, trying to take care of 3 cars.
Well,
and not like hit each other.
How many cars are there in that game? There has to be at least half a dozen, right? Because I think I've counted 5, but I think maybe there might be closer to like a dozen.
I mean, there's
I could just look it up.
Pontiac. There's the Mustang. There's the starting car. There's the hippie van. There's the pickup truck. There's the big ass diesel truck. There's another car that kind of, or there's like a hatchback, little shitty hatchback.
11 vehicles.
There's that other like.
Oh, there's a cool like classic looking car.
There's that other like work van.
Yeah.
That's the hippie van, right?
No.
Oh no, yeah, the little 2-seater van. Yeah.
The
That's like 9. Yeah. That's like 9 cars already. There's some variety in there.
Oh, they're also counting the trailer as a car and the cart in the back rooms portion. So yeah, I think you named them all. Besides those two. So
I've become a master of that game.
Right, apparently.
I've driven beyond the horizons.
I mean, this is a game in early access. It just came out in early access.
There's not a lot to the game
this year.
No.
It's not a game that I would praise in any sense. I don't see it winning.
No,
I don't see it ever winning any real awards or anything, but I rather enjoy it. I think it's quite like fun. I do enjoy the like trying to rebuild a car.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's stupid, it's janky.
It is janky as shit. I was telling you, Frankie, when I was playing and I got too close to a mine, or thought I was far enough away, but like the mine went off, and then I look over to see my car like flying off,
oh yeah,
except for the 4 tires, which stayed like perfectly still. We're still like standing up and everything. I was like, oh yeah, this game's great. This is why I play this game.
You blew the socks off your car.
Yeah. Not everyone can say they can do that,
right?
I did. I blew the socks off my car. It was sexy. We did.
We didn't do that. The landmine did it.
That's true. I mean, you witnessed it. But who caused the landmine to go off?
Yeah, it was my fucking around with the landmine.
I thought you said you were intentionally trying to not set it off.
But he still did, so his failure became his success.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to set it off, but I was still fucking with it. So like,
I mean, I accidentally do stuff all the time. Nobody praises me for it.
I'll praise you from now on.
Well, that's because
thank you.
You're not as cool as me.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Right?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That sounds right.
Yeah, yes. Just say yes, Andrew. Move on.
Yes, Andrew.
Move on.
Beautiful. But yeah, it's a good game. It's really fun.
I think we should play together.
It is pretty empty.
I mean, after a while, you do just see the repeats of stuff with different things in it.
Or start showing up upside down.
Yeah.
It's as varied as it gets.
Oh, that's the huge ones. That's the big change.
It's big change, yeah.
Or
after like 50K.
In my case, you just start seeing the same places that have absolutely nothing inside of them. No fences, no cars, no food, nothing.
Oh yeah, you got that bug you said.
Yeah. So good times. Sorry. Forewarning for people, that appears to be tied to if you have the occurrences cranked up, quote unquote, too high. So I don't know what the fuck that means, but and you get, it sounds like for most people it starts happening around the 100K mark. But some people said that it happened earlier than that. So I have a feeling it might have something to do with RAM or maybe video RAM issues or some bug having to do with that. So hopefully that gets patched out. But
I'm sure many things get paid. It is early access. We might well be playing a build of the game that will not be anything like the finished product.
Right. I can see a lot of things that they can do. There's so many different ways that they could take the game. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens with it.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to get on it. We get on the ground floor of it, so we can really watch it. I mean, maybe we'll be disappointed in its development cycle and be like, oh well, they ruined the game. And we could be the old timers that complain about how great the game used to be.
All right.
Yeah, back in the good old days.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing this Rangers of the North little ARPG. It has an interesting little thing. It's kind of roguelike. But it's not like overly hard or anything.
Mm-hmm.
For its roguelike, it's just that when you die, you change class and you can get some bonuses and stuff like that. You get some like meta progression, and you get to like level up the like random attributes or like the random skills you can get when you level up. It's an interesting way to do it. So technically, yes, it's a roguelike game, but it's definitely not a traditional one where everything's just like super difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But if you die,
looks cool.
You start back again.
Yeah.
With a different generation of warrior.
Mm-hmm.
I've played for 5 hours now, and I'm on generation 2. My first generation lasted for a while, and I almost got to level cap. Level cap is like 25. But it's pretty fun. Pretty fun game. Let's see, I've also played a few other things. Let me see. In the same vein as this, I also played Heroes of Hammerwatch, which also came out this year, like right around the same time as that Rangers game, and they're both very similar. Although the Heroes of Hammerwatch is much harder and more roguelike than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But both of them are action RPG, Diablo-like games. I played a little bit more Nice Day for Fishing by the Viva La Bam guys. Or the
Viva La League.
Yeah.
Viva La League, yeah.
Not Viva La Bam.
That's different.
It's got Bam Margera in it.
This one's got Bam Margera in it, all drugged out in the corner.
Probably drunk again.
That game is I don't know if I'll put it on my top 5. I quite enjoy it. I do think it's really cool that those guys made a game, encapsulating their whole little like YouTube videos and their sense of humor, which I enjoy. They're funny videos. And I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, okay. Not bad.
I think I played some Rivals with you guys at one point.
Oh yeah, always with the Rivals. like this season?
I like Gambit.
Yeah, no, Gambit's pretty
Which
cool.
I'm glad I like Gambit since he's my favorite X-Men.
Yeah, I
Very
think
much
he adds a
satisfied that
lot
he's
of
not a
flavor to the game.
DPS. I like that he's a true like support.
Yep.
Not only healing, but like buffing you.
Yeah, there's rumors that Deadpool isn't going to be DPS either. He's going to be a hybrid role, so he will be allegedly a true every class. So we'll see.
I don't know. I guess if they wanted to try and make him different than Blade, right?
Yeah, because that's the problem. Like as soon as he was announced, I was like,
also pistols and fucking weapon and pistols
sword.
and a sword.
yeah.
That's exactly Deadpool's.
Well, one thing I thought would be interesting is that Deadpool could definitely have like a tracer from Overwatch move of like rewinding time on himself and whatnot, teleporting around. But yeah, like I think what they did with Gambit,
we can sew his mouth shut and shoot lasers from his eyeballs.
That's probably the best thing to do. I think it will please every fan, because it's not like you're like changing his core concept or anything, right?
No, why would we?
Yeah.
We don't want to touch his core concept.
No, yeah, good idea. You're hired, Christian.
Everyone hates his mouth, right? We'll just sew it shut.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I heard.
Problem solved. It's a gag. They'll get it. Merc with the mouth. We sewed his mouth shut.
Mm-hmm.
They'll understand it.
Yeah.
No one will hate it.
Nope. But yeah, I think if they do something like that, they could change up something, because what they did with Gambit really does change up the game. Like it feels very fresh with Gambit.
He's a good character. He's pretty tough to get the hang of, but he's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about it for me, really.
Cool. Any other questions, comments, concerns, aspirations?
I want to be
the very best.
The very best. Like no one ever was.
That's a terrible aspiration, Chris. That's a 10-year-old boy's aspiration.
I don't think you haven't heard the rest of his request, though.
I know what the rest of it is going to be.
Indeed. All right, well, let's call it there.
He was 10 years old when I was 10 years old. Ash is like 52 now.
Well, he's probably not catching Pokemon.
40.
I was gonna say,
probably not doing a video game version of insect collecting.
Right? Christian, are you also
more like dog fighting?
It's true.
I mean, it could be both.
Could be insect collecting and
sometimes
fighting.
It was insects, and you made them fight like dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know why everything fighting has to fight like dogs.
They could fight like cats. They could fight like cats and dogs.
Classic rivals, the cats and the dogs.
Exactly.
Yeah, my cat tells me all the time how much he hates dogs.
I'm sure he actually does.
All he ever speaks about.
Yep.
Yeah, he also hates cats.
Yeah, also, yes.
And other people.
And most everyone. Yeah. And also me. And
he loves throwing up on stuff.
As it should be.
Oh, no, not stuff. Just things I love.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that your shoe? Great. This is for you.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
Sometimes he's convenient and pukes like right in his bowl.
Oh, that is convenient.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that's nice, easily cleanable.
Yeah.
And then other times it's not. And he goes running down the hallway and spreads it down the hallway, puking the hallway.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Like a jerk. He's looking at me, son.
He knows what he is.
Yeah.
He is a jerk.
Speaking of jerks, thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you.
As always, it was a pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
Wait,
out
you're
there
getting
for
off on
listening.
this?
You're not.
I haven't gotten off in years.
All right. We love you all. Thanks for listening.
Let us know down in the comments if it's gone too long without getting off.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yours seems like a while.
Love you. Bye.
No one's touched my penis, and I'm not gonna have him start now.